Hello everyone, today is October 26th, 2025, and welcome back to playing Fortnite until the One Piece collab happens. As always, if you have questions or suggestions, comment below and I'll respond tomorrow. Let's see. We got a sick freaking, wait, what the heck? Interesting. We got a sick One Piece chapter. Anyway, sick One Piece chapter. Not so sick One Piece episode. It was fine. Like, people are saying it's way... it was okay. I don't blame the animators. It was just that this chapter just they didn't have a lot to work with, for that, today's episode. So, yeah, it wasn't a great episode, but it was bearable, Anyways, let's see. Yeah, that One Piece chapter was freaking awesome. With Emu possessing Saturn and then Rocks getting dummy reversied at the end. It is crazy. Yeah, so I don't know if, my scene, but I, bought Expedition 33 yesterday. I think. It was yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I don't know, I'm tired. And the game is pretty good. I don't know if it's quite game of the year for me yet. Well, we'll have to see, but I am liking it a lot. I do think that the combat system is revolutionary, and it has a lot of things that I like to it. But there's also something I would have, like, I might look it up, but I don't know. Something I don't like is the Luminas, where there is an item that you can get, it seems semi-often, where you can give give any character an extra Lumina point to have more skills from the Pictos. The thing is I don't know how limited those are, and I don't know if I should, like, basically, can I get an infinite amount of them? If I can get an infinite amount of them, then I'm just gonna blow them. I'm just gonna, well, hold up. I'm just gonna blow, like, get so much. Because I don't get it, though. Like, maybe there's a limit or something, because theoretically, if you could get infinite, then wouldn't that make it where, you could, like, have every skill simultaneously? Like, it would be a frick ton of work, but, surely it's, like, I don't know, is it possible? I just wish the game was able to communicate a little better about that. Anyways, we gotta get this Fortnite match done, and then I can finally play Expedition 33. I have been playing Battlefield as well, but, oh my god, I'm trash. I've been playing Battlefield as well. I just haven't really had any clips that I wanted to, like, upload. So, and I'm definitely not that great at Battlefield, but I am having fun. I'm still trying to figure out what my approach to the game is going to be, because, like, I do like the idea of doing, like, the mastery, things, but some of those challenges are just going to be impossible for me, man. Like, what was it? It was freaking, like, 150, 200-meter headshots. Like, that is not happening. Maybe in, like, 5 years, but you gotta be out of your mind if you're gonna tell me I suck with a sniper normally, and you're telling me I need to hit 200-meter headshots. Like, nah, dude. It's one of those ones where I would prefer if the challenges are something that I do naturally. And yet, yeah, like I'd prefer if it's something I can do naturally, like just by playing the game. Getting 200-meter headshots is something that you do not do just playing the game normally. At least within any reasonable amount of time. So, like, because I am not gonna waste my time frickin' unless I can find like one of those I heard people were using Portal to complete challenges. If I can, what the frick? If I can find like a map or that I can do that on, just grind 200-meter headshots with a sniper, then I'd do it. Because otherwise I am not frickin'. You gotta be out of your mind. That sounds like an annoying challenge even if you do like snipers, you know? Anyways, can we just die to some sweats and lose the game already? I mean, we're gonna die to sweats eventually, we might as well just... Like, I wanna go play some Expedition 33, because... people... Like... It's one of those ones where... Am I heartless for not crying at that, like, opening sequence? I feel like if... I don't know. Maybe if they had given me another hour with the characters, then maybe I wouldn't... Or maybe I would have cried when, that scene happens. You know? But, like, dude, I'm 20 minutes in. I don't think I can just... You know, cry like that. Then again, like, I don't really know what makes me cry, man. I just, like... I don't know, I don't understand it 100%. If there's, like, does it need to be within a certain amount of time? Do I have to... Like, I don't know. Die. Die. Well, thankfully it's AI. Come here, boy. Anyways, tomorrow we get a Dawn to Dawn chapter, and Tuesday we get a Chainsaw Man chapter. As always, I've got no clue what's gonna happen next. Every time with Chainsaw Man, I can never guess what's gonna happen next. It could be something like freaking Asa and Denji going out for sushi, and then the next episode or chapter, the USA nukes Russia. Like, you know. I don't know. I do like where the story's at right now. Kind of gets me into want to talk about Chainsaw Man, and one of the things I think about that is I both agree and disagree that part 2 is worse than part 1, or just I don't know how to put it, you know, like, because how I see it is that like volumes 9 through 11, the Control Devil arc, is like he was writing non-stop peak fiction. Like every single chapter was a freaking gold mine. And then like what the frick? Why are you? What the heck? There we go. Anyways, What was I saying? Yeah, he was just like all of the chapters were good. It's so good that it's like that arc is what makes me say that Chainsaw Man's a masterpiece. And some of the critiques I just don't entirely get, like, holy crap. Like, Asa is a good character. I don't really know what all the complaints are, but I think one of the things that's happened for a lot of people is that they only started reading Chainsaw Man, or they got caught up only when part 2 was happening. Because honestly, I don't hear that many people say, yeah, I've been reading Chainsaw Man from the start. I've been there since part 1. Like, yeah, I know part 1 lasted for like 3 years or something, but I feel like a lot of people got into Chainsaw Man from because of how much people talked about the Control Devil arc, and the anime came out like dang near right when part 2 came out. You know, it's just a lot of factors where Fujimoto writes in a way that doesn't really, like, it's not entirely compatible with a weekly format, because you read the volumes and it flows, it's smooth like butter, but you try like reading the weekly chapters, it's so much harder to follow the story because there isn't that much text to explain what's going on in his work. And like, just last chapter was 13 pages. Like, that is rough. Especially when you're aiming for like 17 to 19. Can I get any shotgun ammo? So I do think that there is some good criticism of part 2, but I think a lot of people that are unsatisfied with part 2 should just reread it with, finally, should just reread it with, like, all in one go. Just reread part 2 in one go, and it's so much better. Like, well, yeah, you gotta understand is just Fujimoto has things planned out a long time ahead of time. Like, just recently, remember with the Death Devil reveal? Like, that was incredible. And like, it had been foreshadowed like 2 or 3 years ago, which is also just incredible. But yeah, I think it's just kind of the weekly format that lets down Chainsaw Man a lot, because I will agree, it is much harder to keep up with the story. Like, or difficult to say that like much happened in the chapter, because honestly, his chapters feel just like he's writing one continuous story, and the chapters are just like how much of it he got done for the week. Does that make sense? Like, it just yeah, I feel like you get what I'm saying. Like, it's like he had completed a whole like set of chapters, like a whole 60 pages or something, and then he just like cut it up into 15 4 15-page chunks, you know. That's just how he writes. But you know, like and people are saying like this has been somewhat of an issue even from the start. Why are we going this way? Hold on. What are we doing? We're going away from... We're going into the storm. Anyways, so like... take The Control Devil arc. I literally cannot imagine reading that arc weekly. Like, I would be losing my mind. Because it's just like every chapter is like, like one of those where you just like, you have to know what's next. Like, are we seriously leaving it here? Kind of stuff. And oh no, I'm probably just reiterating myself, but like, I do agree the chapters are really short, but it's the same thing that happens with One Piece. It's just you are getting a very small amount of the story at a time, and sometimes people will be like, "Oh, this was bad pacing," or "This was a waste of an episode," or like crap like that. And it's just like, once, like, y'all never started complaining about this until you caught up. Like, you were going through it pleasantly, and then you got caught up, and then also, are we gonna win this game? It kind of feels like we are. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, okay, dude. Oh, okay, I'm not dealing with that. More AI. Oh, they rebooted. Interesting. If I could just see where some dudes are at, then I could nuke them. Anyways, yeah, like, I think what's going to be a really popular example soon is take Elbath. Elbath, people, like, I remember there was one guy that, I don't remember his name, but he covered One Piece often. And then he's just like, I'm quitting One Piece, I'm just not invested in the story anymore. And that was because the first couple chapters of Elbath were slow. It was the first couple chapters of Elbath were slow, and then Oda took a bunch of breaks. So people were like, I'm just not invested in One Piece anymore. Like, brother, you can wait. Like, the world is not going to end because... And, like, look at Elbath now. Elbath is amazing. It's an amazing arc. And it's just... Man, people are such whiners. Like, I'm a whiner, too. But, like, I complain a lot. But I try not to... I try to make it more criticism. But, you know... Man, this has been a boring game of Fortnite. There's no in-between. It's either you're freaking getting obliterated or you're bored. Like, how are there so many people left? Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I feel like with Elbath, people are just... Okay. Alright. Well, I found the real players. Dang it. That blows. Holy freaking crap! Jeez Louise. Brother was coming in like freaking Superman. Oh my god. But yeah, I guarantee you that the anime onlys are going to freaking complain about Elbath once it starts getting animated, because at the very start, it's not immediately action-packed like Egghead was. It's like, just you wait. Elbaf gets crazy. But no, why isn't the animation S tier when they're just talking? There has to be a cool fight in every single episode. It has to look like Luffy versus Kaido every single episode, or the 6-month break was for nothing. Come here, boy. Oh, frick. What was the 6-month hiatus for? Oh no, this one episode in a weekly show looks bad. Oh no, I'm dropping the show. This guy's totally in this bush. Get him, boys. Did you find him? Bro, where are they? I feel like I'm gonna get domed out of nowhere. Surely not. I was about to say, if there was a frickin' like... There we go. That's how we do it. With Soul Daddy 333 and Greasy Hole. Oh man, that's another victory royale. Man, I'm level 282. When's the new season coming out, by the way? Isn't it like November 1st? November 1st. Oh my god, that's close. Holy crap, we're finally gonna be free from the season. Yes! Yes! November 1st, let's go. Okay, I don't care about that. Get freaking Rocket Man soon. Yeah, so I might make it... Nah, I don't think I'll make it to level 305 days. Anyways, that has been the video for October 26th, 2025. And I will see you next time. Later.